Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Oren and today I'm reviewing the 85% Varmilo Koi keyboard. Yes, I said 85%. If you've seen the Panda review that I did, I didn't like the 65% because of the way Varmilo handles F keys. The keyboard arrives pre-built, meaning there are no mods necessary, it just works straight out of the box. Speaking of the box, it is the most eye-pleasing box or packaging I've ever received a product in. Mine did sadly receive a bit of damage because it was raining when it was delivered, but the keyboard was fine. So, what's in the box itself? You get a leaflet, a keycap puller, a few keycaps, a mini USB to USB cable, a dust cover, the keyboard itself, and a few postcards. Moving on to the keyboard design, you can really see that Varmilo go the extra mile, and it looks just as good, if not better, than the box. And looking at the box, you can see where Varmilo get the slogan from of being keyboard artists. They don't just make nice looking products, but they make quality ones too. You can feel the protruding design throughout the keyboard, which you can tell just won't rub off. The keycaps are also dye sublimation, which means they've used heat to transfer an image to the keycaps. Just from looking at the font, you can tell that they've put a lot of thought and design into this keyboard. From the custom font used on the letters of the keycaps, to the fish jumping out of the water on the arrow keys, and the koi fish on the spacebar and wave on the enter key. The back of the keyboard has a metal base plate, with again a protruding design that won't rub off. It also looks metal, but the overall keyboard is made out of plastic. The back of the keyboard also has some nice rubber feet which feel like a good build quality. It also has a few rubber things around the edges to stop your keyboard from moving about on the desk or scratching if you don't want to have the rubber feet out. There is also a mini USB port with some channels to go straight, right and left to help with cable management. The overall design of the keyboard is just really thought out well, and it is sturdily built. Looking at the keyboard from the side, you can sort of see the switches, and you can see that there's a nice incline so that you don't need a wrist rest or anything to type comfortably on the design. The keyboard is 85%, meaning there's no numpad. I've never needed one, and I don't think this is a problem for many people. It's also made out of PBT, the keycaps, and they are 1.3mm in length. The keyboard comes in blue reds, browns, quicksilvers, and silent reds. I have the silent reds, and I really like them. They're quite mushy, a lot more mushy than the reds, and they're also less noisy. I just find them really easy to type on, and apart from the design of the keyboard, this is my second favourite thing about this keyboard. Moving on to the sound test. Honestly, there's not much bad about the design. The only thing I could pick at is that there's no USB-C, meaning any coiled cables or anything you already have won't work on this device unless you get an adapter. There's also no backlighting if that's an issue for you. I don't really mind. The main thing that I think most people will find annoying is if you're a Mac user, there's no shortcuts or anything that work on this device. For some reason, they just don't. So if you want to Control-C and Control-V something to copy and paste or do any sort of shortcut, it just won't work. And that's something really disappointing. And one thing that's my personal preference is that there's no UK layout for this on the Varmilo website. So I had to get the American version, which means a few of the signs like the @ sign and the $sign don't actually show up on mine as that. They're in different places, which can be confusing, but I've sort of got used to it, and I don't really mind it as much anymore. If you're buying this keyboard for a PC, it's a really good keyboard and I don't think you'll regret it. Would I recommend you getting it? Well, if you don't mind not having backlighting and you don't mind using a US layout, then yeah, I'd recommend it. Also, if you really like the design and want a red mouse mat to match the design of the keyboard, you can get the same design mouse mat on the Varmilo website. I have the Panda version mouse mat because I still really like it. If you're thinking about buying this Varmilo keyboard or another one, let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe and check out my channel for other tech related content. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.